Why do we work so many different muscle groups when, hey, you know what? I don't even really care if I'm working that particular muscle group. I don't care about building up my calves or my upper back or, you know, whatever, my shoulders, pick a muscle. It's not just about rounding out your full physique. There's more to it than that. First of all, you want to burn calories, you got to work your muscles. Well, you can only work your biceps so many times, and they need to rest. So we move on to another body part. So that's one idea why we work different muscle groups, is we want to exercise, we want to take care of ourselves, but we can only work certain body parts so many times during the course of the week. The other reason that you really want to make sure you work in all the different muscle groups and why we have so many different muscles that we're hitting in this program from different angles and different varieties of exercises that we do is we need to make sure that we're taking care of those muscles in the event that, you know, let's say I want to do a bicep curl, and you know what, hey, I think my biceps are strong enough to be able to curl a certain weight. You know what, you're using a lot more muscles than just your biceps when you're curling. You are incorporating your shoulders within that. And if your shoulders aren't strong enough, or your forearms aren't strong enough, because we might not have worked those muscles, that's when we hurt ourselves. Maybe my lower back, my core is not strong enough, and I bend over to pick something up and I tweak it because I haven't worked on my core section. It all plays together, guys. So even though you're not intentionally trying to work a particular muscle group because you don't necessarily care that you've got, and I'll just pick on calves for a second. I don't care if I've got large calves or muscular calves. It's not just about working that one particular muscle. It all plays together as a whole. Let's get started today. We got bis, tris, and then we got a high intensity interval training. I'm gonna turn my music up, doing our twisting dumbbell curl and our body weight tricep or our dips. Here we go. 12, 10, and 8. Turn the hands out on your dips. Open up the shoulders. Foot up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, I've increased my weight today to see what I could do with my curl. I only got tough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm going to see what I can do in getting 8 here. But I may have to stop and drop my weight. That's all right. not going to switch it. Alright, so, as I said, I tried to increase my weight. I got as far as I could. That's how we challenge it, that's how we grow. 60-second rest, we're going to repeat it, and then we'll be back in a moment for cycle 2. Alright, cycle 2. And the other thing you may have noticed that I did on those curls, I mentioned we're incorporating other muscles in our body, and I was doing 1 foot forward rather than side by side. When you put your feet side by side, shoulder width apart, you're engaging the core a little bit as you curl. It's a good exercise. Nothing wrong with engaging the core. I knew I was upping my weights on those curls, and I was challenging myself a little bit more. And I wanted to pull the core out of it a little bit so I could focus more on the biceps to make sure that I wasn't pulling something or tweaking something the wrong way in my lower back maybe as I did that curl. Alright, cycle 2, we got our dumbbell drag curl and our tricep kickback. This week, instead of doing that drag curl where we're leaning over and pulling it up, I was going to do a hammer curl just to mix it up. So hammer curl, tricep kickback, turning my music back up. Let's get going. Into our kickbacks. We keep moving. No rest yet. You're getting a workout today. Just by changing up and adding a little weight that first round. All right, we're taking our 60. We're checking it off. We're gonna repeat it. Keep going, guys. We got this thing. All right, be back in a moment. Cycle 3. Cycle 3, narrow grip, dumbbell curl, and then our lying overhead tricep extension. Turn the music up. We're gonna keep going. Starting to feel it in the forearms and in the hands. They're burning. I'll take it. Again, we got our 60. We pause, we repeat it. We'll be right back for cycle 4. All right, cycle number 4. I'm not very fond of the preacher curl on my chair. It's just not necessarily designed in the way it's cutting off my circulation and my arms. I didn't really care for that on a chair. If I'm in a gym and I've got a nice preacher curl machine, great. I've done well with those. Not a problem. On my chair, I'm going to switch that one up, and I'm also going to switch up that overhead tricep extension because it's very similar to the one we just did. And I'm going to jump back to that tricep cobra move that we did, just to get some body weight going with today's workout. So instead of the preacher curl, I'm going to do a train curl. I'm going to be curling this as one comes up, and while one's going down, the other one's coming up. We keep moving with it rather than one up, one down, then the other one up and the other down. We're just going to keep that movement going like a train. And then we'll jump into that tricep cobra move that we did. 12, 10, and 8. Turn my music back up. Let's go. Catch my shorts. Oh. If I can remember what we did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That got tough. Like switching gears on the fly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. Let's start with the left arm this time. 2, 3, 4, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8. All right, guys. That was cycle 4. Make your mark. Take your 60. We'll be back in just a moment to repeat it and then hit cycle 5. Oh. All right, cycle 5. Gonna switch it up again. Rather than doing the plank jacks, I'm gonna do a plank on my elbows with my leg going through side to side, and then we'll do our butterfly crunch. You'll see it here in just a moment. We've done them before if you followed along. Nothing too new, just a variation of the plank. Let's pick a different song. Why do I keep picking that song? Here we go. do our butterfly. Back to the planks. Those got tough. Ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See if we can finish off 8 more. Alright, there it is. Our HIIT cycle, number 5. Working the core. Check it off. We got a 60-second rest. We repeat it a second and or third time. That's the end of week 3. We'll see you tomorrow as we finish up our final week number 4 for phase 2.